At 18,000 pounds, this vehicle is pretty intimidating, and Captain Tyler says it'll be used during some of their most dangerous situations. About 50 volunteers brought their talents to Verona to help make quilts for Lieutenant Will Bishop and his unit. Even though the sun is shining, Rebout says this soil is just too moist for planting. He says it'll wreak havoc on their equipment and could impact the growth of the seeds. It's been a lifetime since some Stoughton fans have actually seen their basketball team playing here in Madison. Now, to say that they're excited, that's pretty much an understatement. Folks here are very excited to hear that Congressman Ryan will be keeping his seat. Sewn with love and care, we'll show you how these quilts are going to help a Verona native and his unit serving overseas. Bob bakes up more than 9,000 dozen cookies, and they'll be sold here out of his wagon. So what's the secret to their success? He says it's the ingredients. For some Craig students that are already struggling, the thought of adding additional credits, they say, could have the opposite effect and keep them out of college. Experts say the first few minutes in an emergency are the most crucial. That's why they want as many folks as possible to learn compression-only CPR. Packing heat took on a whole new meaning in Token Creek today, as many along the parade route came armed with squirt guns. Each of their handmade pieces are one of a kind, from the embellishment to the fabric, and of course the placement of their logo. That's right. After more than 6 decades of baking, Bob Hiller says he's only semi-retired, and he comes out of retirement a few times a year to cook up some concoctions for charity.
These are Crispies, and they're just delicious.
With $900, Bob Hiller bought his first bakery when he was just 14 years old. At 83, he's still making people happy with his savory sweets, and he's loving every minute of it.
You get ready to sell a product, you meet such beautiful people. I just really enjoy baking, and I travel all over the world putting on bakery shows.
Bob's got a staff of 6 people who help him get everything organized for his big sales. 10% of the proceeds from his 2-day Mother's Day sale are going to the Rock County Humane Society.
The cream puffs and the cookies and eclairs all provide, the microchipping, the spay and neuter surgeries, rabies vaccinations.
Bob bakes up more than 9,000 dozen cookies, and they'll be sold here out of his wagon. So what's the secret to their success? He says it's the ingredients.
From scratch. We used tons of butter and, no substitutes for anything.
With decades of experience under his belt and a machine that cranks out 36 dozen cookies every 2 minutes, Bob makes baking this many treats look easy. But there's one thing the Cookie Man hasn't quite figured out.
Oh, no, there's no calories in cookies. No, there is, but I can't help it.
About 50 volunteers brought their talents to Verona to help make quilts for Lieutenant Will Bishop and his unit. These quilters are on a very patriotic mission, making quilts for 110 soldiers serving overseas. One will go to Verona native Lieutenant Will Bishop, deployed to Afghanistan earlier this year. His mom says witnessing the 9/11 attacks motivated him to want to serve.
He's always wanted to do this. And we've just said, if you're going to do it, you be the best you can be. You get all the training you can to do a good job, take care of yourself. And that's what he's done.
The lieutenant told his mom the mountains can be extremely cold, so with the help of these volunteers, they're supporting his unit with care packages, complete with baby wipes, powdered drink mix to make the water taste better, and personal notes from friends.
Making cards saying thank you, making them smile, put a happy face on their face when they see it. So that's basically what I'm here to do, because I'm not good at quilting, so.
The quilting action stopped briefly when Will made a surprise appearance at the Camel Quilt Workshop via Skype. His mom says she hadn't talked to him in about 3 weeks.
To be able to show him everybody that was here was so exciting and so wonderful.
The quilts are made of camouflage fabric discarded by the Army. Will's mom says these care packages are helping her keep her promise to him while he's fighting for our country.
When he left, he said, "Mom, I don't worry about me, because I know you'll take care of me, but I worry about my men." And so my mission was to take care of his men.
Will's mom says he's scheduled to be home around the holidays. That's when his deployment ends. Now, it costs them several $100s to ship these care packages to Afghanistan. If you'd like to help with the project, head to our Channel 3000 Facebook page.
What a neat moment to see mom and son connect
Absolutely.
there.
Exciting day in Verona.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Margot.
It's been a lifetime since some Stoughton fans have actually seen their basketball team playing here in Madison. Now, to say that they're excited, that's pretty much an understatement. The athletic director tells me that tickets for the afternoon game sold out in just 30 minutes. Purple pandemonium has taken over Stoughton.
It's been a few years, but a long time coming, and these boys are really prepared.
The Vikings' road to the state basketball tournament began with a surprise send-off rally, followed by a ride through town to receive well wishes from some of their smallest fans at the district's elementary schools.
We're absolutely excited for this representation of our school and our community. These boys have been great ambassadors for the Stoughton community in the entire season, and this is just icing on the cake.
Athletic Director Mel Dowd estimates about 50% of their student body wasn't at school on Friday. 5 buses of supporters, including 3 fan buses, followed the team to Madison.
It's in the water, it's in the air, it's very exciting.
Stoughton native Liz Nelson described the mood around town as surreal.
People are digging through their closets to find appropriate color and wear for the game. So, I mean, it's just very exciting. And all ages, not just young people.
So where's your purple?
My purple's at home. I'm going to put it on for the game.
Main Street was lined with purple and white balloons, and storefronts oozed with Viking pride.
Honestly, if we get a win, it's going to be like the Super Bowl. These boys have worked hard all season.
7 decades is a long time to wait for an opportunity to hit the hardwood in Madison. Simply making it to the big game makes the Vikings champions.
One thing that we like to say around here, we're one school, one community. We're all Vikings.
Now, unfortunately, the Vikings did fall to Wisconsin Lutheran earlier today, but I can tell you by looking at their roster, about 9 of their 15 players should be coming back next year, so maybe that gives them good odds to come back here next year.